Eminence in the house.
What's up, everybody? What's going on?
So for people that's gonna watch the replays, this is Advantage Play at its finest. This is exactly how you assess a high-paying casino. You assess a high-paying casino by studying the payback percentage of the published data of the financials press release. And I just happen to be at the New Jersey.gov casino financial press release for 2026 as of March. So if we look at the data, casino win for the 9 hotels was $236.7 million for March 2026, reflecting an increase of 2.5% when compared to $230.9 million reported for March 2025. Year-to-date casino win was $652.9 million through March 2026, reflecting an increase of 1.3% compared to the prior year to date. Internet gaming win for the casinos and their partners was $272.1 million for March 2026, reflecting growth of 11.6% when compared to $243.9 million reported for March 2025. Year-to-date internet gaming win was $782.8 million through March 2026, reflecting a growth of 16.3% when compared to $673 million for the prior year-to-date period. This basically tells us that online gaming is seeing a boom in action. And of course, people don't like land. A lot of people don't like traveling to land-based casinos. They don't want to spend the money, especially with the gas prices. We think we got 2 people in here so far, so feel free to thumbs up the video and share the video because we are going to teach you some advantage play, some advanced advantage play, ladies and gents. This tells us that now we have 3 people on the live. Like the video, thumbs up, and share the video because we will be teaching you advanced strategies and methods. So, go subscribe to my homie Wealth and Eminence. He's on the live. Also, now we got 4 people. Thumbs up, share the video, ladies and gents, because we're going to be dropping some golden jewels. Some golden jewels. You understand what I'm saying? Now we have 9 people. Thumbs up the video and share, ladies and gents. Share the video and go subscribe to my homie, Wealth and Eminence. He's a very good professional sports handicapper, and he's excellent at roulette. He's an advantage player as well, and he's beaten these casinos for a lot of money with European and American roulette, online and land-based. And of course, he's Sagittarius with Jupiter and Leo. So that should tell you a lot if you're into astrology.
Yeah,
So
definitely should.
now we look at the internet gaming. We've seen that there's a boom in internet gaming in terms of gambling establishments with the online sports books and casinos because a lot of people don't like to travel to these casinos. You know, gas prices is up due to the war and inflation. A lot of people just want to stay at home and gamble, which there's nothing wrong with that. Now, if we look at the sports wagering, gross revenue for the casinos and racetracks and their partners was 87.6 million for March of 2026, which is reflecting an increase of 22.8% when compared to 71.3 million reported for March 2025. You understand what I'm saying? So this tells us that a lot of people are degenerates. A lot of people do not know how to bet on sports. A lot of people are losing money on sports because, favoritism. Oh, I'm from New York City, so I'm going to bet on New York Knicks. And you know a lot about that, Eminence. What you think about that?
Yeah, that's not a logical way to approach sports because Just because your favorite team is the New York Knicks, for example, doesn't necessarily mean you should put all your money on the Knicks, because you're not studying. First and foremost, you're not studying their opponent. You're not even studying the New York Knicks. So how you expect to win, especially in the long term, when you're just betting on your favorite team and not doing any homework on the New York Knicks, even though it's your favorite team and you may think you know it all, but you still need to know how the players perform under certain situations, certain matchups, and etc. So how you not going to do your homework on that and the opponent, and also traveling situations and whatever comes into play when it comes to sports? Because a lot of different factors come into play. So yeah, like you said, it's not a lot of degenerates just like to just put their money anywhere, especially on their favorite teams. It's not smart.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's very important not to bet due to, passion, or because due to favoritism, or because, you're part of the state or the country. It's very important to bet using technical and, of course, fundamental analysis in order
Exactly.
to win. You understand what I'm saying? Just
Exactly.
because you're from California doesn't mean you need to bet on the Oakland Athletics. You understand what I'm saying, ladies and
Don't
gents?
don't bet on the LA Clippers just because you're from Los Angeles. not
Exactly.
not smart,
Now,
because you will lose a lot of money doing stuff like that.
yeah, absolutely. You could lose a ton of money.
Because I'll tell you
A
right
ton
now,
of money. Like,
I'm a Knicks fan. I'm a Yankees fan. I'm a Jets fan. But plenty of times I betted against my favorite teams because I knew who they were playing against. I knew the matchups. I knew that they don't match up well against certain players and teams. So I'm like, okay, I know that's my favorite team. I don't want them to lose based off of me being a fan. But logic, when it comes to money and when it comes to business, you got to use your logic. So I'm gonna bet against the New York Jets because they suck first and foremost, and they're playing against a team that's much better than them, especially in situations that they never play well in. So I'm gonna bet against my favorite team if I see the right opportunity to make some easy money. I don't care how much I love the team. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to business, you make smart, logical decisions when it comes to sports.
exactly. Exactly. And I mean, and sometimes they'll go in your favor. If you just stick to one team and bet on that team that's going on that win streak. But it can easily go against you too.
Yeah, and let me just add this too. You can a good strategy for someone that has a large bankroll is this. You can pick a team that's horrible, and you can just, we like to me and Santi Casino Quest, we like to call it Martindale. Whereas you bet one game, and then if the game loses, you increase your bet by double the amount the second game. If that doesn't hit, you just double up again, and double up again until they eventually win. Because eventually the team is going to win. They're not going to go and lose every game of the season. But I don't recommend this strategy for people that don't have a big bankroll. If you don't have a big bankroll, don't do that. But if you have a big bankroll, just double up on the underdog every time, and you're gonna see plus money when that team finally wins the game, because they're gonna be big underdogs. So you're gonna make a lot of money doing that. But that's only a bit, like I said, only a strategy for people that has a large bankroll. I can give you guys some other strategy if you don't have a large bankroll too, but you know, just you could follow my page and whatnot, subscribe, and then we could talk business from there. But I just wanted to just chime in on a strategy for people that have a big bankroll. But anyway, Santi, you can go ahead now.
Perfect example of ABC Chase series was the San Antonio Spurs versus the Knicks, because they're equally skilled. And if you would have Markendale on the Spurs, you would have been profitable because they won at least one game out of the series.
Exactly.
So one of the most fairest things you can do in terms of gambling is sports betting, because if you make the right decision, you pick the right team, you're going to win. And this is proven by the data that we're seeing right here. You understand what I'm saying? So if we look at the March 2026 revenue statistics, this is revenue for the casino. Slot machine wins. This is how much money the casinos have made. The highest games for the casino that's profitable to the casino, because most people are degenerates. Most people do not know how to gamble. Most people do not know how to play slots. Most people are greedy. It's slot machines. As you can see, the data showing slot machine win $17,811,210, which is actually is decreased by 1% because, of course, these casinos have become more greedier due to the jackpot threshold. It used to be jackpot hand pay was $1,250. Now a jackpot hand pay in 2026 is $2,000. So the threshold is higher for that machine to go ding, 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 jackpot hand pay, jackpot hand pay. And not only that, you're only able to deduct up to 10% of your losses starting in 2026. So it's going to get worse for these casinos in 2027. Because the second those, all these gamblers are going to get that tax bill, they don't, of course, if they don't know what they're doing. In 2027, they're going to stop going to the casinos. It's gonna deter them from gambling. You understand what I'm saying? So even if you're up, you still have to pay money on your wins. And I understand why Donald Trump did that. He wants to deter people from gambling, because we live in a society, first time in history, where the majority of Americans are super broke. They got no investments. They have no money to their names due to the inflation and the economy, and of course, the gambling epidemic. So we're showing people how to make statistical, informative decisions and avoid cold, tight casinos and avoid losing a lot of money. Because if you don't know what you're doing, you will lose a lot of money. You
You
understand
lose a
what I'm
lot of
saying?
money. A lot.
You will lose your ass off to these casinos. These casinos are built on losers, not winners. If
Yeah,
you don't
these
know what you're
casinos
doing.
don't care about your feelings at all. They don't care about your family. They don't care if you have a mortgage. They don't give a crap. If you don't know what you're doing, they'll take your money and they'll laugh in your face.
Exactly. They don't care if you're dying on your deathbed. They will gladly take your money, and they'll put the blame on you, and they'll gaslight you, and they'll manipulate you, because casinos are built on greed. Because you see,
Yeah,
casinos don't have to cheat, but they still cheat because they're fucking greedy.
exactly. All this little fancy life that you see at these damn casinos is built off of your losses.
Like, it's amazing. Please put a thumb up to the video and share the video. Also, go subscribe to Wealth and Eminence on YouTube. He's on the live stream. And we will be discussing advantage play and proper smart decisions. So now, table games are super low volatile. This is why a lot of high rollers like table games, because you're actually able to win and go on a win streak on table games. Slots, especially the slots that I've seen that these manufacturers are releasing with perceived progression. That's when you're playing a slot game and the ball's just increasing in value and it looks like it's about to pop and it never pops, just to trick you into spending more money. These manufacturers are scamming you. It's crazy. These slots are so high volatile and have the highest house edge, which is proven by the gaming revenue of the state gaming revenue for the slot machine win for the casinos. The slots are making the casinos the most money. Just look at the number: 171 million $811,210. Table games, and this is why a lot of high rollers prefer table games, because it's low volatile compared to slots. You can win back to back. You can win 2 or 3 rounds. You can win 4 or 5 hands of blackjack back to back. Do you know how difficult it is to win 5 or 6 spins on slots in a row?
Extremely difficult.
The only reason why people play slots is because the wins are super volatile. You know, yes, you can lose 20 spins in a row, but you can hit that one spin and win big money. However, if we talk about streaks and pressing your bets, that needs to be done on table games, roulette, blackjack, baccarat, craps. Because
Exactly.
based on the data that we're seeing, slot machines are actually the highest house edge to the casinos. In second place comes table games. And that's a big difference too. 64,875,000 compared to $171,811,000. That's a
Yeah,
big jump. That's a
that's
big
crazy.
difference.
That's
Now,
a big difference.
yeah, it's a crazy amount of number. Look at that. 888. You see that? 88888. For all the numerology and astrology fans. Um, of course, the online sports books are ranked low because honestly, the most fairest game you can, the most fairest game of chance you can do is sports betting. That gives you the highest chance of making money, consistent money, and be a lifetime consistent winner.
That's because the
Because
casinos can't scam you on sports.
what was that?
I was just saying the casinos cannot scam you when it comes to sports. You pick the right option,
Exactly.
you pick the
And
right
as you can
team,
see,
you
sports
win.
wagering revenue is the lowest. That means the casino's barely making any money. The highest is slots, table games. The lowest is sports.
Yeah,
That's proof right there. Like, this is data. This is data driven statistics. That's proof right there, ladies and gents, that sports betting is the way to go if you want to make consistent money.
exactly.
Now we got the year to date, but we already established that sports betting is the lowest. Casinos loses the most money with the sports books, as you guys can see with the data. They make the most money with the slot machines. Most people do not know how to gamble, so of course the table game wins are going to be in second place for the casinos because most people are degenerates and do not know how to gamble. The same thing with slots because there are advantage plays with the slots.
Right.
Now, if we look at, we're going to skip the gaming tax statistics. If we look at, this is the juicy part right here, casino win comparison. What is this? Is when we say casino win, ladies and gents, this is the tightest casino in Atlantic City because if we see the data here, Bally's Casino for 2026, 8,300,000. This is how much money. This is for the month of March, by the way. This is how much money the casino has taken from people in terms of their slots. And I personally do not like Bally's Casino. They were giving us like 200 and what was it? $275, $250 in free play daily. And they cut our shit off because we was winning money on free play. That was like after 3 or 4 days of gambling.
Yeah, it's terrible.
So are you that fucking greedy? You're gonna cut the offers after 3 or 4 days just because we winning money and then we're leaving because you want us to gamble for 3 hours daily? We're not gonna do that. Now, here's the interesting thing. The tightest casino in Atlantic City is Bally's. Bally's Casino. Stay away from that casino unless you want to lose your ass off, because they are the tightest casino in 2026. We're talking about recent data here. I'm at the NewJersey.gov financial press release for casino wins, for casino revenue. You understand what I'm saying? Like the video and go subscribe to Wealth and Eminence. He's on the live stream. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. So, Borgata in Atlantic City is ranked number 2. But Borgata is pretty interesting because Borgata attracts a lot of high rollers, and it is a very luxurious casino. And there's a lot of people in Borgata. And a casino that caters to high rollers, you don't need a lot of gamblers. If you have the majority of your gamblers betting, $250, $300 per spin. So that money could go up, and most people don't know how to gamble. Our experiences at Borgata has been very good. So I don't know why they're ranked number 2. I believe my assessment that Borgata is ranked number 2 on this list of the tightest casinos is because they do attract a lot of high rollers. I mean, I do hear a lot of people say that their machines is pretty tight. At the end of the day, it is MGM, but we've had very good experiences at Borgata. But if we are, making data-driven decisions, then follow the data, then I say stay away from Borgata. Now, our experience with Caesars has not been so great. Caesars rank number 3. Caesars is fucking trash. They were giving us a ton of free play, almost $1,000 in free play weekly, and they cut our shit off. I will say this though, they let us rock for like a good 3 or 4 months. You remember?
Yeah.
They let us rock for like a good 3 or 4 months, and we took a lot of money from them, which is a good thing. So Caesars, I do not recommend at all. Because they will they're not even going to give you a warning. They will cut your offers off if they're not making money from you. Most places will give you at least 1 or 2 warnings. Golden Nugget is ranked number 4. Super tight, super cold, super shitty casino. I'm not a fan of the aesthetics that much of that casino at all. So Golden Nugget Casino is ranked number 4. They were giving us like $450 free play daily. They cut our off. Well, they shut it down like after the 2nd or 3rd day because we were just winning money off the free play.
Right.
And then we go in, win money, and then we leave. We just leave. We're out. And that's what you're supposed to do as an advantage player. Do not spend hours gambling. Do not chase your losses. Do not even chase your wins. Go in, win money, be up on your bankroll, and go out the door. You want to press your bets? Do it at another property. Don't do it at the same property. Okay? Golden Nugget, super tight casino. Hard Rock Casino. Hard Rock Casino ranks 3, 4, 5 on the top 5 less tight casinos, if you will. The issue with Hard Rock Casino, because, I haven't been gambling there in 2026. The issue with Hard Rock Casino is that in 2026, they are expanding their hotel resorts. And usually from my experience and other gamblers' experience, when a casino is expanding their hotel resorts, they're going to make the machines a little tighter. Because that money, has to come from somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? Hard Rock is pretty lenient, in my opinion, when it comes to the offers. They'll let you go for like a good 4 or 5 months before they start, suspending your shit. They'll give you a warning or 2. Hey, don't do that again. Hey, you need to play longer. Hey, we're not making money from you. As a matter of fact, I had a host tell me straight up, you're not playing long enough. You have high redemption minimum play. That shit is crazy, man. Like
they want you to lose money so damn bad, it's ridiculous.
What was that?
So these casinos want you to lose money so damn bad, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
They want you to
it
keep on
really
playing and
is.
stuff. Like, don't give me free plays if you want me to keep on playing for me to keep getting more free plays.
Exactly. Don't
It's
don't call don't
it's
call it free play if you don't want people winning money.
exactly it's
They're
called a
just
free
mad
play.
that we found an edge.
Yeah, it's called a free play. I'm supposed to play for free.
Exactly. And win for free. And as you guys can see, Harris is in the top four of least tight casino. Harris is pretty good. We hit a couple jackpots at Harris. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember the first time we went there, we hit big.
Yeah, we hit a few jackpots. Ocean Casino, depending on who you are, um, depending on who you are and how much you've won and what type of player you are, that's going to dictate the way they treat you at Ocean Casino. Because according to this list, in 2026, the top three paying casinos for to us, the gamblers, is Ocean Casino, Resorts, and Tropicana. And I can confirm 100%. Resorts Casino is extremely, extremely generous. As you guys can see, I've hit for like 8,000. Then the next day, I've hit for like 4,000. Then the day after that, I hit for like 2,500. And that was all on resorts. So they'll let you go on win streaks. And their payback percentage is excellent. Tropicana, according to this list, ranks as the number one highest casino with the highest payback percentage because if the slot machine win hold is ranking as the lowest for Tropicana Casino, that means that they're paying back the players a lot of money. So I can confirm for resorts, Ocean is depending on who you are, because I've experienced a lot of crazy shit at Ocean, which I'm gonna save for another video. Um, in Atlantic City, I recommend resorts and Tropicana. My experience is limited with Tropicana, but you know, Tropicana, you hear a lot of people winning a lot of money at Tropicana. Resorts is extremely generous when it comes to even with the offers, they're extremely generous. So the top pick based on this data is Resorts, Ocean, and Tropicana. And I can confirm, and Eminence can confirm as well. The top, well, I don't know about Borgata. I would actually remove Borgata from that list. But Borgata's MGM. I know exactly how MGM operates. So I'm not surprised that Borgata's on that list. But that's number two on that list. But I would I would say this though. Borgata is attracts a lot of high rollers and most people don't know how to gamble. So that's probably why they're on top of that list. You understand what I'm saying? But they are MGM and I know how MGM operates. I have a ton of experience with that company. A ton of experience. A ton of gambling experience and I know you do too. And I know how they are. But if we look at the tightest casino in Atlantic City is actually Bally's Casino. So stay away from Bally's Casino. We can confirm that Bally's Casino is extremely tight. As a matter of fact, we hit for a $7,000 jackpot at Bally's Casino, but guess how much money that took? It took $5,000 to hit that $7,000 jackpot. So really, we was only up like $2,000. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
yeah,
hard.
we're up, but still, any
That's
casino
terrible.
that take, especially at high denomination, at high limit on a medium, this was on a medium volatile slot because Autumn Moon Dragon Link is considered a medium volatile slot. It's not considered a high volatile slot. It took $5,000 betting $100 per spin just to win $7,000 at balance. So absolutely, they're extremely tight. We can confirm that Caesars is absolutely garbage with the payback percentage. the way they do conduct business, and the offers. We can also confirm Golden Nugget is trash and garbage, especially with the offers, especially with the payback percentage. Now we can confirm that resorts. You remember with gambling at resorts, we hit for like 6,500. You remember that, M?
Yeah.
We can confirm that was like his one of his first visits at resorts. We can confirm that resorts is very generous. I've seen a lot of people win big money, and I've won big money at Resorts Casino in Atlantic City. We can confirm Harris is pretty good. I say Harris is actually better than Caesars because we've hit like 3 or 4 jackpots when we visited Harris. Uh, Way better than Caesars. Way better than Caesars in my opinion. Even though a lot of people don't like Harris because when they go there, it looks very dead. And yeah, a lot of people are not fans of Harris because of that reason. But yeah, Tropicana, according to this list, and we're going to make our decisions based on the data. According to this list, Tropicana, okay? Tropicana is the highest paying casino. So you should, in 2026, you should definitely target Tropicana, which is owned by Caesars. But Caesars itself, the property, again, very beautiful property, but they're fucking garbage. They really are. I don't like them. I do like the offers. They let us go for like I believe 3 months. They just shut us down. They didn't even give us a fucking warning. They were mad that motherfuckers were just showing up, winning money, and then leaving, which is crazy. Now,
Yeah.
the
Extremely
internet
crazy.
gaming win comparison. Check this out, okay? The internet gaming win comparison. If we look at the brands FanDuel, DraftKings, and BetMGM, and in terms of like online casinos, is Golden Nugget, Resorts, Borgata, and Borgata. This basically tells you that FanDuel is tighter than DraftKings, and DraftKings is tighter than BetMGM. So if you are in New Jersey and you're going to gamble, stay away from FanDuel and focus on BetMGM. And of course, M can confirm this because a lot of and I've seen it with my own eyes. A lot of his big wins has come from BetMGM, right, M?
Yeah, precisely.
So
I had a lot
BetMGM
of
is
nice
actually more
wins.
generous than FanDuel and DraftKings.
Yeah, and they give you more free plays on the app and whatnot compared to FanDuel and all them other apps.
And we've hit for like what was it? A $6,200 jackpot on BetMGM.
Yeah. It was nice.
That day was fucking awesome. We hit and then we just cashed out at the cage and it was awesome. Now, according to this list, the most generous online casino is actually Bettinia. I never heard of that brand, but
Yeah,
Wheel
I know what
Fortune,
that
Poker
is.
Stars, and Jackpocket.
I heard of that brand before. It's
Honestly,
better.
I never. I mean, I've heard of these brands, but these are like very low known brands. I honestly, out of this list, I stick to Mohegan. I gamble at Mohegan Sun because Mohegan Sun is actually owned by Resorts, and Resorts is. I'm telling you guys, Resorts is extremely generous. They like big bets. They like high limit bets, and you will win big at Resorts. Now, of course, if we look at the online sports books, of course, the top revenue sports book is FanDuel. Fucking scammers. And FanDuel does a good job at retaining the customers. That's the issue right there. And they know how to stimulate the customers. By giving them offers here and there, making them want to come back. You understand what I'm saying?
I feel like DraftKings is worse than FanDuel.
You say you feel like DraftKings is worse than FanDuel?
Yeah. I can't stand DraftKings for shit.
Yeah. What's up, Furious Maximum? Welcome to the space. It's been a while, homie. Yeah. FanDuel, DraftKings. I mean, you said you feel like DraftKings is worse than FanDuel.
Yeah, because they don't give you shit.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. FanDuel, the welcome offer for FanDuel is definitely better than DraftKings, and absolutely,
Yeah.
the welcome offer for FanDuel is absolutely better. But you know, DraftKings, they know how to stimulate the customers. They know how to keep the customers coming back. Caesar Sportsbook. What's your thoughts on Sportsbooks? What has been your experience?
Caesar Sportsbook. I mean, they were generous when I first signed up. They gave me like what was it, like a $600 bonus or something like that with sports. When I signed up
They
back in
gave you six
20,
hundred dollars.
yeah, of a it was a bonus. I had to roll it over though, but it was still a solid bonus for a new player. That was back in 2022 when sports betting became legal in New York State.
That's super. That's crazy. That's super generous. That's super
And
generous.
and the rollover it wasn't that crazy either. I just had to win, I think, one time, and then whatever I won, I can cash it out. So I didn't even have to wager the entire 600 on one thing. I could just use it little by little.
That's crazy. That's super. That's super generous. You see that? That's all like casinos and sports books that actually gets it. You understand? I don't like casino sports books that want to be greedy and not give offers or comps and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, they need to understand that people do not like losing money. So you gotta, as much as you take from people from your casino games, you gotta give people back some money too. You can't just keep
Exactly.
scamming people on every spin on the slot machine.
Exactly. If you want your customers to keep coming back, you gotta stimulate them.
Yeah,
You gotta give them
exactly.
something. You can't just you know you can't just not give them any offers. And you know the way you generate positive expected value is by giving them offers. You know what I'm saying? As you know, because we basically took $30,000 from these casinos just with the free play alone.
Exactly.
But, ladies and gents, um, check out the replay. We have to sign out, but we will go live in Atlantic City tomorrow, so you guys can see some casino action. Stay tuned, Furious. I see you down there. It's good seeing you, man. It's been a while. And watch the full replay so you guys can understand more. And yeah, this video will be up, and we're gonna go live tomorrow in Atlantic City. I'll be in Atlantic City, and yeah, I have a lot to say and a lot to show. A lot to show. Go subscribe to Wealth and Eminence, and I will be pinning his link in the comments. And we're actually gonna go live more often. I'm probably go live with Eminence uh 3 or 4 more times. So you guys already know. I'll see you guys later.